Alrighty, guys, welcome. So today is going to be a quick lecture, hopefully about 10-15 minutes over the four turnings, okay? This is from an old class project, so excuse any typos there. But the reason I wanted to do this video is because I'm a Gen Z. I was born in 2000, and talking to a lot of the folks that are my same age, 20s, late 20s, 19, 20. They don't understand or have never even heard of the fourth turning, and it's kind of a little appalling that no one knows about this. So I figured today the purpose of this video is to kind of get it out there a little bit. Hopefully people can share this, a quick synopsis of what it is and what to expect. I know a lot of things are happening in our society in the past months and years even, that are kind of raising some questions, some eyebrows. Hopefully this explanation gives some at least understanding of why things are happening the way they are, and also what to expect moving forward after we see what's going on. Let's see if my computer can work here. There we go. Okay, so the basis of this whole lecture is off of two main things. Number one, the namesake, the book, The Fourth Turning, is by the gentleman William Strauss, and Neil Howe. Phenomenal book, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's a little bit long, but this is a very, very short breakdown of it. They go into much more excruciating detail. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon, maybe even cheaper now. I recommend getting it, reading it. It'll give you a lot more information than I can able to give you today. Secondly is Martin Armstrong. He is a world-renowned economist, and he's got a significantly lengthy history that is worth explaining that I don't have time for today. Go to his website. I don't think I can leave links in the description on YouTube, so his website, I'll just type it out. It's armstrongeconomics.com. Check it out. Get the Fourth Turning book. Check out Martin Armstrong's website. They both kind of go hand in hand with cycles, and we'll get into that right now. Moving forward. Come on, computer. No, jeez. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Okay, so right now is that the main thing to understand moving forward in this lecture is that we live in a world of cycles. Okay, we for the longest time we have lived and thought of our lives as being linear, point A to point B, and you live, you die. This happens here. Christmas comes around, all this stuff, right? It's linear. Everything's the same. Every single year is the same. Yada yada. This is not true. We live in a world of cycles. Okay, the cycles are all around us. This could be This could be politics. It could be government. It could be warfare. The seasons. I mean, like that's God right in front of our face, telling us the cycles are the basis of our world. We've got spring, summer, fall, winter. That's the aspect of cycles, right? We live in a world of cycles. As soon as we understand this, we will be better off in the future and be able to really understand our place in the world. I mean, the more we think about it being linear, the more we're screwed for it when it comes down to the future. Okay, the two main definitions I'll be using today that you need to understand is one, the saeculum, and two, turning. So we'll start with saeculum. This is the average human lifespan. This is Roman, I believe, and it's essentially just a human lifespan, 84 to 100 years. That is the rough estimation of what a saeculum is. We'll get into in a little bit why that matters, 84 to 100. Regardless, though, understand that a saeculum is 84 to 100 years. Come on. Sorry, guys. Number two, a turning. Okay, a turning is a distinctive era among this saeculum that essentially is like a mood. It's kind of like it's like a season. That's the best way to put it. It's a season like fall, winter, spring. That's the best way to put it. So saeculum, 100 to 84 years, around there. Turnings, there are 4 turnings in each saeculum. Each turning lasts about 20-25 years. Again, it fits into this 84 to 100 year time slot. A turning could be 18 years and the other one be 27, 28, or it could be 20 each time, could be 25, it doesn't matter. Understand saeculum and turning. My computer is just not playing fun today. I'm sorry, y'all. Whoa. Okay. So, there we go. We got that down. I'm going to go ahead and next explain the turnings, okay? Here's a quick reference point in the bottom. The timeline goes through 84 to 100 years, and those are the namesakes of the turning. We'll get into that right now. Okay, The high. The high is always followed by a crisis. So the fourth turning, again, the namesake of this lecture is the crisis. So we'll get to that in a little bit. The high is always it's always like the end of the winter. You know, the spring's coming around, the plants are starting to grow, everybody's happy, excited. We just got past the craps, you know, we're ready. I got some keywords labeled down there that matters a lot. Unity is a big keyword here. Okay, so the society in general is for the betterment of society, not the individual. Okay, we're about making sure that our systems are working correctly. Everybody has everybody's on the same page. Everybody's working towards the benefit of America, the benefit of this, and it's a very just great kind of time of the world. So in the picture here, we see the dog is growing with the family. They got some firearms with them, so that's good. But regardless, the high is the best part of the turning. And so when everybody's kind of happy, things are going well. The awakening. This is kind of like your early teen years, I would say, when you're in high school or maybe middle school. You know, for the first 12, 13 years of your life, mom and dad have been like, oh my gosh, they're mom and dad. And now you're kind of 13 thinking like, okay, I think I'm going to push the status quo a little bit. So the awakening is all about challenging the current status of society. Okay, uncertainty is the key word. This means that we're starting to have some free thinkers come around. Not saying that they're not free thinkers to begin with, but regardless, people are starting to kind of push back on the status quo. They're trying to test the waters. They're testing that doorknob, see if it's hot or not. The unraveling. This is kind of when it comes to fruition of people that are testing or now trying to change things. So we can see that we're changing things. We at least want to change things. We're opposing views. People are generally there's a lot more strife and problems in politics, like the two-party system we have right now. This is not political, left and right. Y'all both stuck in your certain ways, but it's two systems. There's two parties. We're head to head, we're butting heads consistently. The unraveling is the key to that. And last but not least, the crisis. This is the fourth turning, okay? This is the namesake of everything, the fourth turning. This is the crisis. This is when everything changes. Whatever happens, happens. This is kind of like the climax of the book where the knight has arrived at the dragon lair and he either fights the dragon and wins or dies, right? This is the crisis. It can go good or it can go bad. Okay, let's go ahead and go into two examples real quick. This is kind of an overview, but we can look back, we can trace the four turnings, the cycles for hundreds of years, literally hundreds of years. Not enough time to explain it today. However, read the four turning book. Those will give you the whole 7-course meal over what's going on here. We can look back on history. Quick disclaimer. This whole theory of the four turnings and the cycles and yada yada, right? This is not quote unquote proven, okay? We will not learn about this in history books, at least not yet. However, we can look back hundreds of years again and get factual history where it's like these things keep repeating and repeating and repeating, and we start to quantify them. And then it's like, and we've gotten to a point in history where it's kind of like if something is quacking and looks like a duck and whatever the saying is, but it's not a duck, it's probably a duck. I butchered that. Regardless, we've gotten to the point now where there's so much recordable history with these turnings that it's almost foolish not to understand what they are. Okay, they've been going on for hundreds of years. It's not proven. However, it's damn near proven in terms of application today. Goodness gracious. Okay, example number 1 is the Civil War. You got it right here. Okay, so 19, goodness gracious, a long day. 1794. All right, this is post, let's go back in history. This is post American Revolution, right? We've gained our independence from Britain. We're a brand new nation of 13 colonies. We've created this awesome government, government of the people, for the people, by the people. And it's great. Everybody's happy. We're America. We've gotten rid of British rule. It's awesome, right? That's great. Awakening. This is again phase 2. Awakening. The Transcendental Awakening. This is also known as the Second Great Awakening. I'm pretty sure this is basically the religious. Or a lot of religions were starting to kind of come on their own at this time of our nation's history. Regardless, again, just pushing back the status quo. The unraveling, Mexican-American War, among other things. This is again the unraveling. Things are starting to get in trouble. The friction's starting, the fire, the embers are getting created, and we're moving forward towards the crisis, which is Civil War. Okay, obviously, it wouldn't be American history without a Civil War. The most deadly war in American history. Granted, we were fighting each other, North or South. Regardless, though, terrible time in our nation's history. And that was a fourth turning. Things changed. We got rid of slavery. States' rights became federal rights, or states' rights were superseded by federal rights or federal, powers. So again, Civil War. Thank God, slavery was abolished. But America changed for sure. And we'll get into that a little bit later. My keyboard's not working, I guess. Okay, World War II. Okay, so after Civil War, right? America's on its knees. We just went through a bloody war. We're changing things. Reconstruction Gilded Age, right? This is a high. Everybody's like, yes, we saved America. The Union has been preserved. Abraham Lincoln led the forefront of that. He passed away, obviously, for a good cause. This is the high. Everybody's happy. We're America. We're back on our feet again. We're going to be the most badass nation again. The awakenings, missionary and progressive era. This kind of goes hand in hand with the unraveling in this case, but regardless, though, this is, again, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. This is people pushing back on the status quo, yada, yada, right? World War I, Roaring Twenties, unraveling, conflict, strife, friction, the same words can use again and again. These things are starting to heat up again. And obviously the crisis, the fourth turning of this saculum is the Great Depression and World War II. World War II is the climax. Worldwide terrible war. And regardless, though, like I said again, it sucked while it happened. The fourth turning was brutal and bloody, but we came out of it as a better nation in a better world. Okay, so this is the current fourth turning. Okay, the one we're in right now. It is October 6th of 2023. This is our fourth turning we're in right now. Oh, bitch. Okay, post-crisis high, right? World War II ended. We stopped the Nazis. We stopped the Empire of Japan. Everybody's happy. America. Woo! I kind of got saying the parents grilling with the dog, right? This is the American dream. It's awesome. This is a high. The awakening, civil rights in Vietnam. This is big. People are starting to push back on status quo. Vietnam was the most hated war in recent history, at least. People were starting to push against the government, right? War on terror, political tensions, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 9/11. We had the Gulf War, all the riots we've seen recently. Multiple things. Regardless, though, the unraveling has been happening and is coming to a head here very soon. And fourthly, the fourth turning, what we're in right now. Again, this could last 20 years, roughly on the saculum times. Could have started a couple years ago, couldn't have. It isn't, again, this is not proven science, this is pseudoscience. However, I'll get to this real quick. 1946 is the end of the fourth turning last time, right? 84 years roughly is a saculum, right? The four turnings, we understand these numbers. What is 1946 plus 84 years, which is a saculum? 2030, okay? These numbers start adding up pretty quickly, and they show us when the next big head's going to be coming up. So, before turning the crisis, it's on our doorstep. All right, guys, last slide here. This is going to be a projection based again off of my own opinion and the two previous sources we already noted, the book The Fourth Turning and also Martin Armstrong's website and his forecasting. This is moving on to the next few months and years and decade essentially. Excuse me. So 2024, which is about 3 months away. Okay, it's October of 2023 right now. Okay. What we will be seeing in 2024 is increased civil unrest. This is going to take the riots and any and everything we've seen in the past about decade, riot-wise, whether it be the BLM riots, whether it be the January 6th, whether it be, it doesn't matter. Politics aside, it doesn't matter if it's left or right or wrong. Civil unrest is peaking. It'll begin to get heavier and heavier until it peaks in 2024, 2025, 2026, moving forward. Guaranteed The elections will not be fair this upcoming fall, 2024, the presidential election 2024. Again, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. It doesn't matter if it's the Republicans cheating, if it's the Democrats cheating. It does not matter. The elections will not be fair. Understand that. There's nothing we can do to change about it. You know, this form of government we have right now is not working for us, and it'll change soon. Which is why here's the big deal. Although the elections will be tampered with, and it'll suck for a couple of years, it doesn't matter. Moving forward, we will replace this current form of government with something else. So hold your horses. 2025, okay, there will be a worldwide war. The form of this warfare is not known. This is unknown at the time. Okay, it could be World War III. All this crazy. Oh my gosh, the Russians are invading like Red Dawn style. We don't know. In reality, I don't think it's going to be World War III. It may be called that in the history books, but it's not going to be some nuclear. You know, it's massive. U.S. is going to invade. I don't think that's going to happen. Warfare has changed drastically in the past 60 years. You know, obviously we see that with Russia, Ukraine, with drones and electronic warfare and just economic warfare in general. Regardless, there will be warfare. It will come in 2025. It will be worldwide. It doesn't matter. It could be Russia and Ukraine with U.S. involvement. It could be China and Taiwan with U.S. involvement, NATO involvement. It could be in Africa. It doesn't matter where it's going to be. It will come in 2025. Government agents will begin to fail. We've already seen this right now. So two examples would be bring up Illinois and California. Again, I'm not harping on Democratic states. However, their pensions are failing. They just kind of, in general, are not doing the right thing for their citizens, arguably. Government agencies on a large scale begin to fail in about 2 years, federally, not just state-wise. Federally, things will start just falling apart. It's going to be crappy for a while. Sorry about that. Conscription is interesting. However, this is very plausible. And when that war comes to a head in 2025, there's a very good chance there will be a draft. We've seen Russia do it. We've seen multiple nations in the past do it. Again, America has reserved the right for the draft. We haven't done one since Vietnam. However, we don't know what form this is going to take. It could be complete mobilization, like pulling everybody, pulling all the high school students. It doesn't matter. At some point in form, there will be a mandatory obligation to serve. We think, but we'll see. And here's where the big thing, here's where it really comes down to, let's see how much time I'm looking at here. I don't know. Anyways, if there's one thing to take from this lecture today is that 2030 to 2033, okay? Those are our about 3 or 4 years of play right there, 2030, 2023, or sorry, 2033, excuse me. There will be a new form of U.S. government, okay? Our current form of government, as good as it is, as much good as it's done across the world, as awesome as it is, it's democratic, republic, whatever you want to call it, it's unsustainable. We've got $33 trillion in debt right now. We're giving Ukraine billions of dollars when we can't even protect our own southern border. Politics aside, I apologize. Regardless, it is unsustainable. We will be changing our government. And I'm not saying I'm doing it or anyone else is doing it. I'm not saying I'm calling for insurrection. I'm not saying it's going to be a revolution. None of that matters. It will simply fail. The current form of government will fail, and we will have an opportunity to replace it with something else, okay? Where this matters is that our generation, Gen Z, the next upcoming generation, I think, Generation Alpha, as they're called, millennials, we will be in power. We will have the opportunity to change things for the better. It's going to be a hard-fought battle. It's going to be hell for a few years. I mean, from 2024, 25 to about that time where the new government comes in, 2030-ish, it's going to be shitty. Blood will be shed. There will be worldwide atrocities. There will be just terrible things. Stay true to your morals and your values. Wherever you like to put your values in, whether that be religion, whether that be preferably religion, obviously, something that you can get behind, that's for the betterment of society, for good, right? As long as you can look at yourself in the day and say, I've done my best to help people, to be a good person, and to really help other people beyond my own stretch of imagination is what matters. So understand that 2030 moving forward, I'm bidding a dead horse here. I apologize. Things will change. Buckle up. prepare to fight. You got to fight for your freedom, guys. We've gone too far, and our nation has too rich a history of freedom and just so many great things that we just can sit by idly and watch it be pissed away right now, which we're doing. But prepare to fight. Where could be internal, could be external, but you're ready to fight, and we'll be fine. We'll come out of this okay. Just matter of getting down to the nitty gritty of it and get it done. So, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope that you've taken something away from today, just in terms of understanding where we're at right now, currently, and also where we're leading, we're heading towards. If you feel free to share this video with your friends and family if they don't know what the fourth turning is. Again, this is not a proven theory, but it's very based in factual evidence and historical evidence. So take it or don't. It's your fucking call, but hopefully you do. But regardless, guys, thank you for watching today, and I wish you the best.